So hello viewers, and welcome back as we drop in on the 12 pigs lucky enough to call this home. For any new visitors, we follow the lives of 12 Guinea pig boars, who are given the freedom to roam and forage as they please, within the confines of a fairly safe secluded garden. They are free to forage from early morning until dusk, but are fed 3 small meals as well. At night they are shut safely inside a converted shed, known as the house at Pig Corner. And usually they all return of their own accord, well before dark. We conduct an evening roll call, and send out search parties if needed, to find any stragglers. But only rarely is that necessary, as they all know the routine, and are keen to make sure they don't miss out on the best sleeping spots. Most of you know I'm Heather the narrator, and that I'm here to lighten the tone, to add something different to the videos. A bit of glitz and glam if you like, with my soft haunting voice. Although there are times when my language isn't really up to scratch. Which is a polite way of saying I lose my cool sometimes, especially if the boys start playing up. Usually it would be the white menace responsible for that, although he does seem to have calmed down of late. So please don't say you haven't been warned. This weekend marked the first birthday for 5 of our 12 piggies. That's Stanley and his 4 litter brothers, the mainly black ones. So we hope to enjoy the occasion with a party of some sort. Although the boys had other ideas and didn't behave very well at all. In fact, if you or I behaved like this, we'd be shown the door straight away. So if you're easily offended, please look away, or find something else to watch instead. Officially it was their birthday on the 26th, although as they were from 3 different mothers, it was more likely that it was spread over a couple of days, but still very close together, somewhere around that date. This was supposed to be their birthday spread, with a multicolored bell pepper, some lovely juicy apple, and a dandelion plant set up for them. But of the 5 boys whose birthday it is, Percy didn't even bother to attend. So he can be known as Percy the party pooper from now on. But the most disgraceful behaviour comes later, from his brother Harvey, who is normally rather quiet, and very well behaved. In the meantime, I thought today would be a good time to say a few things about the guinea pig aging process. Especially as they don't seem to be in party mood. Good job I didn't get them a cake, balloons and party poppers. So here are a few things you mightn't be aware of. Compared to humans, rodents have an accelerated childhood phase, characterized by a faster aging process than humans. For instance, a 1-year-old guinea pig is approximately 50 years old in human terms, and a 2-year-old pig is mid to late 60s. Even Dudley and Dexter at 4 months of age are already about mid-20s in human years. Surprising, isn't it? I guess it explains why they seem to grow up so quickly. 1 minute they're still babes, and then before you know it they're young adults, just starting to bulk out. I saw young Dexter giving Pike a hard time this morning. Yes, Pike, who had welcomed him to the herd and acted as a chaperone and nanny for a month or so. And there was Dexter doing his little rumble strut, and flaring his rear nozzle at dear Mr. Pike. Talk about being rude, or what? If I was Pike, I'd have given him a nip on the nose, and told him to F off. Unlike humans, rodents undergo a non-linear development during their growth process. Specifically, they have an accelerated childhood phase, during which their aging process is considerably faster than a human's. However, as rodents mature into adulthood, their aging rate slows down. On average, guinea pigs live anywhere from 5 to 7 years. But a lot depends on care quality, appropriate habitat, diet, etc., and genetics. At 5 years of age, they are considered seniors, and extra care and health checks become more important if you want them to enjoy their golden years. So there you go. That's about the sum of my knowledge on the subject. Here we have a couple of latecomers, so this is where it's likely to start getting a bit out of hand, I'd say. For those who don't recognize them, those two just arrived were Mario followed by Stanley. He often follows Mario around these days, although I'm not sure why, as they're not buddies by any stretch of the imagination. In fact, I don't think anyone's buddies with Stanley, as he annoys everyone so much with his yobbish behavior. He used to be the star of the show in the early days, but of late he's just become a nuisance to everyone. And they all have to keep one eye on him just in case. Did you see that, viewers? Harvey just cocked his right leg and sprayed Albert full in the face. So that's your birthday surprise, Albert. A face full of pee from your own brother. Although a lot of it may have ended up on the grass, as Dexter and Harvey himself seemed to be tasting it afterwards. Why on earth they can't just behave themselves, I don't know. I'll put a timestamp on it in the comments, and replay it in slow-mo at the end, if anyone really wants to see it again. But I'm not going to cut the video here for gross behavior. It was so gross that poor Albert even had to give himself a quick shake as well. A couple more have turned up now as well, Piggy B and Cedric. Better late than never, I suppose. So this was the party that never was, viewers, all spoilt really by bad behavior. There were a couple more instances of it in there as well, which you may have spotted. But I didn't like to draw your attention to too much of it, as it all gets too disgusting after a while. I think we're nearly finished at last, so I'll say thank you for watching again, viewers. And especially for staying with it right to the end. If you've enjoyed what you've seen, why not check out another video featuring more of the same. There's a link to one at the end, or alternatively visit the channel homepage, which is youtube.com/@pigcorner. No spaces. Thank you very much. Cheerio for now then, see you again soon.